Hello everyone. So welcome for another challenge, another day of the challenge I would say. So you know what, I have been recording these videos from the last 2 days, but unfortunately my audio was not getting recorded in my iPad. I got it fixed now and now I can record it properly. Okay, so starting today, so my first word is confront. So when you confront someone doing something which they refuse, that they don't usually do, so it puts them in a very uncomfortable situation. So what happens is that they are trying to do something, for example, someone who is diabetic, and he says that when he goes to office he only have lunch that is prepared at the home, and he avoid taking any food from outside, and he doesn't even take any sugar because it is very harmful for him being a diabetic person. But sometimes what can happen is when he sees sugar in the office, it may lure him towards it and make him eat it. So it doesn't go right for his health. So what happens in such situations sometimes, if any person is coming from home to give any parcel or to surprise the person, and if he caught that person eating sugar while he refused to do so, so that is confronting. Next word is vein, going into the vein. Vein, I would say, there are some efforts that it seems like those efforts are going into vain, but it is not like that. Like I mentioned in my previous one of the video, that small habits that we do or small actions that we take, these habits or these small actions are compiled and we see result after a certain period of time, right? We don't know when that certain period will end and we see the results, but yeah, small steps that we are taking, those steps are not going into the vein, and one day it will definitely show you the result coming out. Okay, for example, okay, so my time is up. Moving on to the next word, inspector. So inspector is one of the position held by a person in Indian police. He is responsible to maintain peace in the nation, peace in the specific area that is assigned to him. So talking about police, I think I have spoken a little bit on it in my previous videos. So what they do is they try to maintain law and order in the nation, starting with if there is any complaint written, like someone has lost their family member, not from life, but yeah, physically they have lost them and they want police to try and find out that person. Police will definitely help them find it. But nowadays few weird cases are also coming, that any dog or any animal, though they are loved, or any other specific things of politician or rich people have been lost, and police is spending a lot of time to solve these things instead of doing for the common public, instead of doing or solving the real problems in the world. Next word is pedestrian. Pedestrian is someone who walks. Walking is very important for everyone. It keeps your physically well. But if you are going to a place like gym, so you will be exercising there, right? So being a pedestrian to go to gym, if it is near to you, is a good thing. You can walk directly into the gym and you don't have to use any personal vehicle or public vehicle to reach there, as it is very near to you, like 50 meters or 40 meters. But if it is a little bit far, like 2 kilometers, it becomes difficult to be a pedestrian and walk. So you would rather buy a two-wheeler or use public transport to reach there each and every day. Next word is overall. So overall perspective depends on how you think about it. For example, a lot of people today are seeing Iran and US fight, and overall viewpoint they are showcasing, right? For example, someone would be saying US just need a lot of power, or the Trump is not a good leader, and they are speaking from an overall perspective of that war, why it is happening. It has to be kept in mind that when we speak overall, we should have all the facts in our hands, and it we should not be speaking so vaguely or without any proper information, or spreading misinformation which even we are not sure about. So that creates a problem in future, and it has to be kept in mind. Next word is clothes. Clothes shows your personality. If you wear a suit while you are going to gym, it is not suiting you, right? It doesn't make any sense. And if you wear a gym wear while you are going for swimming, instead of wearing a swimming costume, you wear a gym suit, gym dress, or gym costume. So it is not going to work for you. It will not support you or make you to the best state of what is needed to swim, right? And also, if you wear casually while you're going to office and you're not in formals, so it will create a sense of disbelief, or it will not give you that confidence that would have been given by formals. It creates an impression in front of your bosses as well. So that is very important that you wear appropriate clothes. Yeah, even simple casuals would work, but fancy casuals during normal days in office is not good. Moving on to the next word, clerk. Clerk is someone who does clerical work in any office. I first heard about this job or this specific role when I was in school, and my father was doing a job in government office treasury. So there was a column that had to be filled, that what is your dad's occupation. While I was in school, I had to fill that form like every student. So usme I had to write. I asked my father what is his actual occupation. So he asked me to write senior clerk in that column, and that is the first time I heard about it. And I have been, and surprisingly, though I was not interested, in 12th standard when I cleared it, I was preparing for chartered accountancy exam, and my father asked me and my brother to fill a form that was again for the clerk. So it was government job only. Moving on to the next word, brown. So brown is a color, and another thing that I can think of is a person. It's a person in Good Doctor series available on Netflix, where lead character is Sean Murphy, and one of his colleague is Dr. Brown. So she is very good at communicating with people. She know how to persuade them. She know how to comfort or spread empathy in people. She is really good at communicating, and she is kind of my idol, because by speaking words correctly, or expressing or feeling the pain of their patient and their friends, she is amazing. She speaks really very good. Moving on to the next word, cafe. I am not sure about its meaning. Next word, cheese. So cheese is something that is put in a sandwich, and nowadays, or even before, but I got to know about it 2 or 3 years back only, that cheesecakes are also available. First I heard about cheesecake was through Penny. If you don't know Penny, she is a character in Big Bang Theory, and it's a kind of comedy series, episodes of 20 minutes per episode. Yeah, so she was a waitress in a cheesecake factory. So that's how I got to know about cheesecake. I didn't know that it was so good and it was so amazing, because in pictures I used to see only yellow cheese that was in my mind. But in actual there are different flavors as well, like chocolate, blueberry, biscoff. Okay, moving on to the last word of the day, differ. See, one can differ, one's thought can differ from another person. That is all human mind is, right? People differ. not everyone is same. People are different in one way or the other. One would like to drive the car a little faster to get that thrill, and other person would be willing to drive it a little safe so that there is no mishappening in between, that his whole day gets spoiled or it affects someone else's life. So that has to be kept in mind. And other person who is driving fast, he's also concerned about other people, but it is just that he thinks he has more control over his car and he can manage whatever situation comes in front of him. Having said that, he might be right in this. He might be doing it intentionally that he can control it later. But yeah, if there is even a possibility that mishappening would happen because you were driving a little faster, one should stop doing that immediately and drive it in a way that minimum these mishappenings doesn't happen. You don't need to have that thrill, right? Okay,